Hi guys, Everyday Knife Guy here with more simple paracord information, and today it's mostly just a tip on a sort of skill that's important to have if you're into making paracord. We're going to look at a quick project as well to make this little two-color snake knot key fob or lanyard, whatever you want to call it. So the first thing I want to talk about is joining cords. Now if you do a quick Google search or YouTube search, you'll find there's lots of different ways and techniques for joining two lengths of paracord. Usually you want to do that obviously to change color or incorporate two colors into a weave. Some of the techniques in my opinion are a little bit more complicated than they need to be. The bottom line is, unfortunately, when you join two cords you're automatically losing a lot of strength. It's never going to be as strong as one complete strand, so save your time, don't mess around too much with weaving them together, all these crazy techniques that you see on YouTube. Just get a lighter, meld them together, and yeah, just remember it's joined, and don't go trying to rappel off a cliff with one of these that's been joined. It's just not a good idea. It's never going to be that strong. So with that in mind, first thing I want to do is join these two strands so we can basically recreate this little fob. I have about 1.5 feet of orange and a slightly longer length of OD green here. Slightly longer, the reason for that will become apparent shortly. So what you'll find is, well, I've sealed these ends of the cord, so what you'll find is when you then snip the length of cord, the outer sleeve will tend to retract because it's slightly elasticated, so you'll tend to get quite a lot of the inners actually poking out. So I would wait until you're just about to join them and then get both cords together like that, and we're just going to make a fresh cut so that you get a nice even length to join. You get a little bit of the inners poking out, but not too much as we have here, because if you go and melt all that and burn that, you're just going to end up with a big messy glob of burnt polyester, and that's not cool. So let's go ahead and just cut those to length. Try and cut them nice and evenly. Oops. There we go, take those ends off. So you'll see now we don't have, if I can get the camera to focus, we don't really have any of the inners poking out at all at the moment. So if I relax these slightly, you'll see, yeah, you can already see some of the inner white core coming out. So that's just about right. We don't really want any more than that. So I'm just going to get these two right beside each other and pinch them, like so. So basically all we want to do is melt these two ends until they're kind of bubbly but not going too crazy. And we're just going to, while they're still in that state, we're just going to prop them together, lick our fingers to prevent burns, and then just roll them so they create a nice even join. The idea here is to make as little mess as possible, because sometimes, depending on what you're weaving, you will see the join. You can see here on this one, if it'll focus, yeah, there's the join there when I put these two cords together previously. So it's not too bad on this. You can see it a little bit, but if this was the front of your weave or your bracelet, it's not really a big deal. So let's try and keep it as neat as possible. And get it focused there, and then get a lighter. So we just want to just give it a little bit of heat. We don't want to go too crazy. Just bring the lighter over gradually until it starts to melt down. Try and do both cords evenly, so you're not jamming them right in the flame. Just trying to get them to melt down. Go a little bit bubbly. Okay, so that's the end kind of bubbling up. That's probably good about there. So we're just going to take our two cords and literally just push them together. Now you can see there that's starting to glue up already, so just going to lick your fingers and just mold that into a join. Put my hand behind so hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on making the join and not really what you can see on camera. So there we go. Now I'm not instantly going to start pulling on both ends of this to show you how strong that is, but that is, trust me, that is fairly strong. There's a nice glued join there. It's fairly neat. There's not too much excess around the outside, so we should be able to hide that fairly easily in our fob. And so there you have it. That's our basic join. And it's not too fat, like it's not create a huge glob that's much fatter than the typical cord, so it's not going to disrupt whatever it is you're weaving or make it look funny. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and just do our basic snake knot weave. So what you want to do is hide this join near the top of your fob. As you can see, we have it just in here, so you're going to want a little bit more of the green cord coming around at the top. So just double your cord over like that, and then we're just going to do a basic snake knot starting from the left. So you're going to go over the top of the right cord with the left one and go around behind like so. Okay, and then you're going to take this cord, your right hand one, underneath the left there, and we're going to bring it over the top and down through this loop here. Okay, better watch what I'm doing here. So just pull that through, and now this is the part where we just need to feed the cords through and try and get it so that that join is just hidden if possible. So you're kind of pinching the join and the cords with the first knot, and once you get the first knot in place, this is plain sailing. So let's just try and position it so we're hiding that knot and also using our actual weave to strengthen it. So you can see I can pull pretty hard on both these cords here without danger of that glued joint coming out. Okay, so there's our first knot, and on the back you can just see under there's a little bit visible of the join, but it's pretty good. It's fairly well hidden. So there's our first knot. I'm just going to go ahead and put another one in. So left strand over the top of the right hand one and back behind, and then right hand orange strand under the left one, over the top and down through the loop you just created. Okay, so then as you pull that, you should see the snake knot kind of twining together, and pull that right up. There is a previous tutorial on this in the playlist, just doing a basic snake knot. The only difference here is the two colors. So there you have it. You can see the first two knots, and we're already on our way to forming this fob. And simple as that. So joining it takes a little bit of playing around, bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple. And as I say, that is probably the easiest join you can do, and in my opinion, there's no point wasting time and doing anything fancier. That simple glued joint is as strong as you're going to be able to make it. So hopefully that's useful for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.